One day, or rather, on March 14, 1957, Enzo Ferrari received a call to report the tragic death of pilot Eugenio Castellotti, who had crashed during testing. "How is the car? Is the damage very severe?" The first thing the commendator did, all because Enzo loved his cars more than anything in his life. However, in the glorious history of Ferrari there are cars that embody not power and drive, but quite the opposite: horror and despondency. The most amazing thing is that some of them were created during the lifetime of the commendator. Apparently, when he turned away. Ferrari Super America 410 Dia. Venerable Italian bodywork studios built many masterpieces on the Super America chassis, but there was also one FCAP. The guys from Dia, who actively collaborated with the American Chrysler in the mid-50s, for some reason decided to transfer the overseas style to Ferrari. The result was a sports car with tail fins, a lock Cadillac and a muzzle of the face, somewhat reminiscent of the mask of the McTiernan Predator. Seeing all this, Enzo ordered that from now on not a single Ferrari chassis would fall into the crazy hands of the Ghia masters. Ferrari 212 Export Jumbo. The strangeness of this Ferrari is not only in the absence of a branded scarlet color scheme. Before the start of the Giro di Sicilia race, they did not have time to paint the car, and then decided to leave it that way, but also in the shape of the body. What does he look like? Of course, for an egg. It depends only on your point of view which one is chicken, ostrich or, perhaps, even dinosaur. Everything is clear in taste and color, but the work of Franco Reggiani from the Fontana Bodywork Studio is interesting, at least for its sensitive attitude to aerodynamics. The whole project was created with the money of private investors, in this case, the rich Marzotto brothers, who burned family millions by participating in races. Well, whoever dines a girl, he orders everything that is supposed to be. Ferrari 512S Modulo. In the early 1970s, it seemed that the angular, slashed style of car design would forever destroy curvaceous, sexy curves and curves. The jagged body on the Ferrari 512S chassis created by Pininfarina stylists surprised with a record, or rather, anti-record height, only 935 millimeters. An excellent drag coefficient, a weight of only 900 kilograms and a 550 horsepower V12 under the hood promised miracles of dynamics. By the way, 3.1 seconds of acceleration to 100 km/h. And this is in the early 70s. But the appearance of the concept modulo turned out to be so controversial that Ferrari fans still disagree on whether it was success or failure. Ferrari 312B3. The same cannot be said about the racing Ferrari 312B3, nicknamed the Snowplow. There can be no two opinions. This is a disaster. Never before, and never since, has a Formula One car looked like a vehicle to clean up the streets from the aftermath of an overnight snowfall. The funny thing is that in terms of speed, 312B3, if ahead of the ZIL Snowplow, was only a little bit. Ferrari Dino 208 GT4. It should be noted that in the 70s the phrase slow Ferrari did not sound like an oxymoron. Indeed, in Maranello at that time they produced models such as the Dino 208 GT4, the first of the cults, the body of which was developed by Bertone specialists, did not differ in external article. Worse, due to higher tax rates in Italy on large displacement cars, a version with a 2-liter V8 with as much as 170 HP was produced in Maranello specifically for the home market. Me Too, sports car. Ferrari 365 GT4 2+2/400/412. The 4-seater Gran Turismo of this line had everything in order with power. The 12-cylinder engine produced from 310 HP and higher. But they had other problems. Curl your fingers. For starters, a very specific design. The cars of this series were called the most unlike Maranello models from Ferrari. The next item is the automatic transmission. Yes, a 3-speed automatic transmission borrowed from General Motors warehouses made its debut on the 400 model and forever divided the chronology into before and after for the true Ferraris. Finally, the 12-cylinder Gran Turismo was actively positioned by the company as supercars for every day. It is not surprising that with the traditional, well, very Italian level of quality, the Ferrari 365 GT42 plus 2/400/412 quickly rolled into the tail and main. Ferrari Mondial 8. In Hollywood's Smell of a Woman, Al Pacino's hero sincerely admired the Ferrari Mondial 8, perhaps the most mediocre model in the company's history. However, what to take from the blind? The Mondial, built to celebrate the 1979 Formula One title, was underwhelming in design and disappointing in performance. The 3-liter engine, which produced only a little more than 200 HP, barely passed the 10-second mark when accelerating to hundreds. Well, maybe not horror, but definitely a shame. Ferrari California. Quite a fresh proof of the fact that modern Ferrari designers from time to time will take it and blind the uniform freak. The brand's first California Coupe convertible in 2009 was ugly, slow, with poor handling and a leaking roof. All this did not prevent the car from becoming the most massive model from Maranello. Again, throughout history, this once again proves the common truth. For the sake of the correct nameplate, people agree to endure any humiliation and deprivation, and for their own money. Subscribe to the channel, like, recommend this video to others. Thank you for viewing.